Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ram Team Arsenal back with another video. As you can see, we here with the finals of the Cough Cup 8, where we have my boy Dave. I had to remember the name for a minute. Dave on the left playing Dinomorphia, and my main man 100 bands, Devon, playing Trap Eldlich on the right. As always, huge shout out to Hyperion Games for hosting the tournament and also giving surprise support for the tournament as well. Here's their list of events they have every single week for you guys to come check out. Brand new store in Taylor, Michigan. Feel free to come check them out. Also, if you guys are interested, this weekend at the time of recording this video, there is a Cough Cup 9 for you guys. Play mats and the latest box, which I believe is Power Elements. So without further ado, let's go get right into it. We see Dave starting off with the Product Prosperity. This man has money. He has money. Let's start off with that. He has money. So I do have my handy dandy Wikipedia out right here. Unfortunately, we would not be doing a live camera today for the little box at the bottom there because a Negro just came from work and did not feel like doing all that. So we see him flipping up the Ash, one of the Dinomorphia traps and one Dinomorphia monsters, which he did so dang fast I couldn't even tell you which ones it was. Thanks, guy. Thanks. And you see, as always, Devon just opening a crap ton of traps. Now we're gonna normal summon here. I should probably put these in order so I know which ones they are. That'd be a smart thing to do. But this one looks like, I want to say, Theresia. If it's normal summon or special summon, you can set a Dinomorphia trap directly from your deck to your spell trap zone, and then if your life points are 2,000 or less, this card gains 500 attack. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish one trap from your graveyard, especially one level 4 or lower Dinomorphia monster from your graveyard, except for obviously itself. You can use each effect once per turn. Okay, so it's basically like a starter for the deck. Okay. I was too busy reading that I didn't actually get a chance to see which trap he set, unfortunately, though. But lucky he has a hand full of traps in the Ash Blossom. So I'm like, safe to say he might have, oh no. It was safe he might have all of my things. Somebody might kick the camera now, unfortunately. Well, okay, we can still work with it here. Still see the entire board here. See the Extravagance for turn. Or was that, no, I don't think that was for turn. Start with the Extravagance. This is like a weaker version of Prosperity in a sense. But so effective, yeah, you still banish the same amount as far as extra deck, but you get to pick with Prosperity on side effect of you can look at the top 6 of your deck and pick one that you want instead of just banishing banishing like 6 for Pot of Greed. And we're seeing a chain of a crap ton of Dinomorphic cards. I do not know what they do. I'm actually rep on these before I actually start this match. I really should have. And then he's going so fast, like he knows the deck hands down, obviously. I just don't. So the first one to flip was Dinomorphia Sonic as a counter trap. When your opponent activates a spell or trap card, while you control Dinomorphia monster, pay half your life points and negate the activation if you do destroy the card. Then Dinomorphia monster you control, then destroy one destroy one Dinomorphia monster you control, tongue tied there. And then during damage calculation, if your life points are 2,000 or less, if you would take battle damage, you can banish the card from the graveyard. You take no damage from that battle. That's the first trap card. The counter trap, which is the white one. I'll have a picture up for you guys to see it. But that's Dinomorphia Sonic. Okay, so that goes. I think Dave was trying to do a chain link too, but Devon was explaining he couldn't do that on the top of the counter trap. So in resolution, we're gonna go ahead and flip that trap now. Which I believe this one is. I want to say this one is Dinomorphia Frenzy. Your opponent's main phase, you can pay half your life points, fusion summon a Dinomorphia from your extra deck using one monster from your extra deck, and one from your extra deck as material. Then if your opponent activates a card or effect while you have 2,000 less life points, you can banish a card from your graveyard. You take no effect damage from your opponent's card effects this turn. Okay, cool. And then the fusion monster we have here is Dinomorphia. I'm about to butcher this. I'm just gonna call it Kent. Dinomorphia Kent. Okay. You lose attack equal to your life points, and then you can use each of the following effects once per turn. The first effect, you may pay half your life points, banish a Dinomorphia trap in your graveyard. This card's effects become the basic effects of the trap card, which he's banished a frenzy there. And then this card will be destroyed by battle. Card effect, especially when one Dinomorphic monster from your graveyard at level 4 or lower. So you see he's fused summoning for the next Dinomorphia here, which is obviously not... actually, no, this one is, in fact, Rex term, which is a force to be reckoned with, by the way. Your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters they control that have attack greater than or equal to your life points, and they only use each of the following effects of the Rex term once per turn. The first effect is a quick effect. You pay half your life points. The attack of all monsters your opponent control currently becomes equal to your life points, and then this card is destroyed by battle. Card effect, you can special summon a level 6 or lower Dinomorph from the graveyard. So basically, it's like a big stun card. That's really, really hard to get over, especially when your life points are low. You see right now he's at 1,000 life points. So basically, in short, your life points are, if your monsters have effects, but they can activate because their attack is greater than 1,000 or equal to 1,000, which a lot of monsters nowadays can get under that radar, but Eldlich are not the ones that can. More so, I'm thinking of like cards like Wakero, but Conquistador is one that actually can because it's a low attack. But Conquistador by himself without a Golden Boy is pretty lackluster. I guess he's just protected for life points here. So we're gonna take the 3,000 from the Rex term, but we will not be taking the Kent. Or I'm gonna try it. Kentragina? Kentragina. Yeah, we'll just say Kentragina. Yeah, let's roll with that. So we're gonna set one, pass turn. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Devon have a judgment set? Well, then again, maybe he didn't know what the Dinomorphia cards did, so can't really do anything about that. And I don't think there was a window for him to actually use the actual judgment itself, or maybe there was. I think judgment does stop the. I'm gonna make sure though. I think judgment does in fact stop the effects of cards or the cards in general that would allow a special summon. But I want to double check because he could have probably judgment the monster. But then again, I could be wrong because that is a monster effect. So that, yep, I'm thinking of the wrong. Solemn. I'm thinking solemn warning, not solemn judgment. So we see here, we're gonna go ahead and banish the Conquistador to set Sanguine, so we actually have access to our Golden Boy. The thing is, I don't know whether this is a bad matchup for Dinomorphia or not, because like the Rex term doesn't really check anyone except for maybe the Wakero. You see the the Fossil Dig, is obviously these are dinos. If you didn't catch that by their name. But as I was saying, because I think Rex term only really hurts monsters on board, or they can't have effects in general. Okay, no, they control. So a Golden Boy in hand would be fine. A Golden Boy in graveyard would be fine. Just a Wakero on the board, it would be not so fine. So we'll go here and search for our next Stratos. Not Diplos. Is it Diplos? No, it wasn't Diplos. I'm sorry, I'm getting these names together. Theresia. Yeah, Theresia. So we're gonna have to Norse on Theresia. The attempt to activate effect is set another Dinomorphia trap card directly from the deck. And then since his life points are in fact less than 2,000, it will gain 500, so it's at 2,000. So right now you're looking at 3,000. off of the Rex term, 2,000 off of the Theriza, and I think the Kent gets a debuff though. Yeah, it's still at 3,000 though. It loses 1,000 because of Dave's life points. So we're gonna set another Dinomorphia trap here. He's still in a solid position here, but I don't it's a lot. Like I said, it's a lot of back row on Devon's side here, so I don't think it's just an auto L here. So we're gonna swing it for 3,000. Thinking whether they're gonna take it or not. Nope, we're gonna activate the Sanguine. We're gonna Ash. Anything else? We're thinking, okay. So all that back row, you gotta do something. We're gonna chain Conquistador. Okay. Well, it's a body to protect yourself from dying. But then again, you need two bodies though, because like I said, 3,000, 3,000, and 2,000. So all you need is 1,000, one of these 3,000s to get through with the 2,000. That's still game. So yeah, the Conquistador dies. 3,000. We're thinking on it. I check graveyard. But thing is, like I said, if you just that's one body. You need two more to actually. You need one more to actually, protect you from dying here. But yeah, the Ash been sitting in Dave's hand for the longest. Cause remember he got that off of the Pot of Prosperity. So 3,000 goes through. 2,000 per game. Or was he not aware that he gained the attack? Yeah, cause that's a Zach game if that goes through. Yep, going to game 2. I am flat out disgusted by that. I can't believe he just tried to do that. I can't believe he just tried to bridge cards. And were those his cards? Okay, that was his own cards. I thought those were Devon cards. I'm about to say, how are you gonna try to bridge this man's cards? Disrespectful. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to game 2. I'm just sitting here, just like talking, and I'm like, wow, okay. You guys didn't see it. I'm edited that part out, but Dave was bridging his Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I didn't know how to feel about it. If you don't know what bridging is, look it up for playing cards. So start out the game. We're gonna see Devon start off with the Curse Outland. Are we gonna pay 8 to feel great? Nope, we're gonna pay 8 to just get ashed. You gotta hate to see it. All right, so we still have skill drain. We have judgment. That one purple card, I don't know what that is. And then we have the one this green card. You want to call it green card? That he said as well. Setting green cards. It must be like a callback or something. All right, so back to this Dinomorphia stuff. We're gonna start off with the Diplos this time. Basically, what he does is you can send one Dinomorph from your deck to graveyard, and then if you your life points are at 2,000 or less, you can inflict 500 life points to your opponent. None of this is going to matter though, because he's going to get skill drained. But the graveyard effect might still be important, because if it gets destroyed by battle, a card effect you can banish when trapped in your graveyard, special summon a Dinomorph from your graveyard is level 4 or lower, except for himself. So we're going to go set 2, go into battle phase. Attempt to swing with the Diplos, which is only at 1,000, but it's still damage. But we're going to get met by the Sanguine, which is going to send out a Golden Boy, which is going to have you looking like, oh no, what are we going to do here? Because Golden Boy is a pretty big boy, and Skill Drain is a hell of a card. So, off the rip, from the jump, Devon's trying to hop on this one so he can hurry and get to game 3 here. Pass turn back to him, he draws for turn. Curse Outland, unless you got another Ash or like some way to get rid of it, then I guess we're going to let this one resolve. Thing is though, Dave's not dead in the water, because these trap cards still do effects as long as you have a Dinomorphia on the board. So he's looking fine right now. I'm not saying he's in a good position, because obviously he's not. Skill drain plus Curse Outland plus the Golden Boy in the loop is never really good for you. against Trap Eldlich, but could be worse. It could be worse. You guys seen the earlier matches where it's like you see Gozen plus there can only be one plus a skill drain, then that's worse. That's worse. We're gonna say read the Diplos again. No trap cards in graveyard right now, so the effect will not trigger. We're gonna activate Golden Boy's effect to send the back row behind Diplos. And that's a Gozen match, okay. So I think with that, the Diplos is still dead though because you don't have another Dinomorphia in the graveyard. So we're gonna go ahead and try to do Golden Boy's effect. And we're gonna try the Judgment. I don't think you can Judgment that. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. No, you can't. Because the initial effect is actually just to send the card to graveyard and add it to your hand. And then special summon after that. So technically you'd be trying to stop the monster effect. Because the special summon is a part of the whole entire... This is the second part of the effect. I'm trying to explain it correctly. But basically, in short, you have to strike that. You can't Judgment that. So we're going to send the Curse Outland. Curse Outland will trigger after the summon of the Golden Boy. We're just not going to do Curse Outland? Oh, that's different. So I'm going to go battle phase. Golden Boy swing over for 25. Because remember, he is at 35. They're going to swing 25 direct. Puts us at 3,000. Yeah, I think Divine's realizing he missed his maybe he didn't. Oh, that's right. He has the Sanguine and a Conquistador engraved, so maybe he didn't even need to do that. So yeah, just banish both of those, and you just immediately get your he plays white too. All right, I know he plays white. Maybe that's what the other spell card is. Maybe that's the spell card is the set. If he plays the white, what's it called, White Elixir? Maybe he plays the Awakening as well. And then you see him also getting the Marcaro. Yeah, it's not a really good spot for Dave right now. Like, truth be told, that skill drain probably did like kind of save him because most Eldlich decks do play the rank 10s to burn your opponent for 2,000 and stuff, and just OTK you from there. But the thing is though, yeah, he still needs to set up a body or something, and I don't see it happening right now. Something to get through a skill drain. Yeah, we're just gonna go to the next game. Yeah, skill drain's too good. Alright guys, we're back with game 3 of the finals of Cough Cup 8. The winner of this will be our Cough Cup 8 champion, taking home a box of, I believe for this one it was, what was the latest set? Do not remember. I'm gonna put the actual name right here because I totally forgot what the current set was for this one. I got the picture right here and everything. I don't remember the name of the set. The one with the Therions and stuff in it, okay? Okay. Yeah, that one. It was that one. So we see Dave starting off with the Fossil Dig. Probably going to get his Theresia. Yep. And so apologies if I'm getting these names wrong. Like I said, this is the only person I've ever seen actually play Dinomorphia. Only person I've ever seen him play it. Okay, so we're gonna start with the normal summon Theresia, and go ahead and activate effect to set a Dinomorphia trap directly from your deck. I believe that is Frenzy that we're setting there. Yep, I'm gonna set Frenzy. See a little bit more purple in the hand. We also see the Diplo and a spell card. Oh, the Prosperity. Oh, sitting on Prosperity too. I guess we were waiting for the Theresia to get stopped or the Fossil Dig. Anyway, that's a strong way to play into Droll though. So we're gonna go in for the prosperity now. And as always, you're not gonna see many hand traps from Devon's side. You've seen that the whole entire tournament. It's purple cards, a golden boy, and maybe a curse element here and there. We barely keep hand traps. We like to set cards. We tell you that you can play the game. That's fine. Then we'll get you on the crackback. That's how he plays the game. Which, by the way, if you're curious, both of these players are indeed, I believe, X1. Yep, both players are X1. Coming into the finals. If you like me, yes, you were rooting for De'Aaron. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here. But if you ask him, I cheated. Don't ask him, but I'm pretty sure he will tell you I cheated. So we're gonna go ahead and add was that Judgment out of the Prosperity. I guess it's a safe move. Not surprised not to see any Cosmics or anything in the on Divine's side, not Divine's side, on Dave's side, or some kind of back row disruption, or destruction in general. I mean, same for Devon too, but I don't think you plan on coming in and playing two decks of just heavy back row. Cause we saw when Devon played against the Twin, and I believe it was round 2, he didn't really side any much back row hate, even though he was playing against Alter guys. And we see him drawing I believe he drew the Conquistador for turn, if I'm not mistaken. Cause he already had a skill drain. There can only be one Golden Boy, and I believe that was Curse Ellen in his last card. So I think he has 2 Conquistadors in hand now. We'll start with the Golden Boy pitching himself and Conquistador to get rid of the back row behind the Theresia. Are we going to chain it? No, we're not. But what is that card? Because I can tell you for a fact that is not a Dinomorphia card. But we see in Resolution, we're going to go ahead and activate the Frenzy to get our fusion started here. Which seems like a safe play. I mean, usually you'd be scared of like a Gamma on this kind of play or something like that. Because, you know, the Kent will then try to fusion summon itself if you actually choose it to banish the trap card, and your opponent has no monsters on board right now. But if you see your opponent games 1 and 2, his only hand trap that you've seen from them is like Ash, you can probably infer they don't have many hand traps in the main. So we're going to go ahead and do the Kent effect. Probably going to fuse into the Rex term again. Yeah, because if it worked the first time, why not do it again? We gotta be careful though. We're all getting close to time though. When I say getting close to time, I mean as in like you are in game 3, so it's confirmed you're at least 20 or so minutes have passed, unless the games have went by that fast. Which on the edited part it might seem like way less, but on on my actual time right now, unedited, it's like at least I want to say close to 30 minutes. So we're gonna see the Rex turn come down. This is like a standard board, I guess, from Dinomorphia, because it seems like this is what constantly recurs when he plays his turn out. Yeah, if you're somebody opponent's turn, have counter trap to disrupt them, as well as the Rex term is basically like a big skill drain to your opponent's monsters when their life points are not only life points, when their attacks are higher than I believe 2,000. Because right now his life points are I believe over 2,000. So we're gonna start off with setting 1. Probably an attempt to get the Golden Boy out, because the Golden Boy could get over both of these, well, any monster on the board right now with 3,500 attack. So we set the we set the Curse LN, excuse me. Then we're gonna bring out the Golden Boy. In defense, though, and then we're gonna trigger the Golden Boy. Because that's right, you gotta keep in mind all the Dinomorphia do have graveyard effect when they're destroyed by battle or card effect. Kent actually is able to summon a level 4 or lower from the graveyard. I believe Rex term is 6 or lower. Level 6 or lower, yep. And I believe Theresia is also 4 or lower from graveyard. So we're gonna go ahead and send from deck to graveyard. I wonder what the play is here. I guess try to set up for next turn, but then you have the same issue of like you had game 1 where it's like this one body won't be enough to swing to deal with, you know, right? Because right now, Kent is at 2,000, I believe. Theresia is also at 2,000. And Rex turns at 3,000. But you lose any more life points on Dave's side, and that Kent goes back up to 3,000. Looking at OTK range here. So in phase, we're gonna go ahead and do Conquistador and Wakero. Apologies if you hear any meowing or a door opening and closing. You know, like I said, I don't live here alone. You know, there's Blue, there's Bunny, you know, everybody's here. Everybody's here. Oh, it reminds me. Correction on what I said as far as the name for I called it White Elixir. I already put a picture up, but it's actually White Destiny. My apologies on that one. And if I didn't put a picture up, I probably just corrected myself via text on the video. Yeah, because it's Elixir of Black Awakening and Elixir of White Destiny. Which Elixir of White Destiny, I believe, allows you a special one from the graveyard, and Black Awakening is from deck. But I also think one of them also, I want to say Black Awakening also does from hand as well, and I believe White Destiny also does from grave or hand as well too. The only difference is that one's from deck and one's from hand, but they also have they both have the grave effect if I'm not mistaken. So now we're going to pass back to Dave. Dave's turn, we're going to activate Diplo. Which again, this is the dump. Foolish Burial from deck. This is life points 2,000. He also does it. He is also able to do fragile life, damage life points to his opponents. We're going to flip the skill drain. And we're gonna flip the Judgment. Oof. So yeah, I'll pay 1,000 to negate your monster effects, and I'll pay 1,000 to negate that. It's pretty good. But Dave's gotta be careful here. Like I said, he's close to time. Only 1,000 life points. All Vaughn has to really do, I'm calling Vaughn for right now. His nickname is Vaughn now. All Vaughn really has to do is just basically protect the castle, which is his life points, and he just basically just wins off of time if he wants to. But heavy pressure now that the skill drain is not active. And yeah, now the Kent is back at 3,000. Oh, we overlaying here too? We okay. For Logia, yes, that's right, they're dinosaurs. Wow, yeah. So Logia, okay, that's awesome. So now we have I believe this is a spell trap negate or a special summon negate. Yep. Let me double check here. I'll put a picture up for you guys. Hopefully I do not forget. So we're gonna go to battle phase. The Rex term is gonna try to swing over the Golden Boy, but the Golden Boy is at 38 defense. Rex term is only at 3,000. I think they're having a discussion over how the Rex term works in response to the Golden Boy. The Golden Boy gaining that attack is all in his effect when he sends one spell trap from the graveyard and from the field to the graveyard and adds himself to hand and especially to zombie from deck. From hand as well. That all that is in one effect. So the Rex term can't do anything about any of that. That's all either graveyard or in the hand. None of that is on the board whatsoever. And Rex term clarifies that it's for monsters, your opponent's effects of monsters that activate on the board, because they say the cards that you control. In order to control the card, it has to be on the board. So in short, the Rex term does not go through here. And then even so, I guess they, just to play it safe, he doesn't want to argue about it. He's gonna still do the Conquistador just to get rid of the Rex term, which will trigger the Rex term from graveyard. But that will be fine at this point. So again, apologies if you hear my cat in the background. And then on this situation, the Conquistador will be safe because the Conquistador is, I think no, it's actually, no, it says lower, higher than or equal to. Let me make sure I check Rex terms effect here. Read it one more time. Your opponent can activate the effects of monsters who they control to have attack greater than or equal to your life points. So the Conquistador is technically a trap to begin off with, but when it actually becomes a monster, it still only has 500 attack, so it can still activate its effect to pop a card on the field. And like I was saying with the Golden Boy, his effect in the graveyard and effect in the hand, none of those are on the board, so technically he does not control the Golden Boy yet. So the effects that Dave believes that Rex term is negating is incorrect. So on technicality here, if they would just let this gone through, Dave would actually have taken 800 points of damage and been at 200 life points because of it. And then the Conquistador wouldn't have been able to actually resolve its effect, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Like I said, correct me in the comments. But then again, I was about to say, then again, he has the Logia, but if we're popping the Logia, does the Logia not negate monster spells and traps? Yeah, monster will be normal summon or special summon, or if a spell trap card is activated, you can attach 2 to negate the activation or summon and destroy it. So yeah, even then the Conquistador could have been negated. Unless there's something saying otherwise. Because I believe Rex term is only for your opponent's monsters. I just want to keep reading the text to make sure I actually can confirm that. Yeah, strictly your opponent. So on his side, he's fine. But even then, there's also the thing of Dave could have also just activated the Rex term's effect to pay half his life points and then make all your opponents, well, their attack, no, their attack, it's only strictly their attack, so their defense of the Golden Boy will still be the same. So we're having a discussion here as far as the effect of Conquistador, what goes through, what is not allowed to go through. I would say this is important because yeah, it affects the game here, but at the same time, it's like because Dave is already on a clock here. Like, you're close to time. You don't want to be taking too long on these rulings, unless there's a time extension that's given out for you here. Though I do, yeah, they're checking as far as the text with Conquistador and Rex term, which like I said, if I'm not mistaken, the Conquistador is at, when it comes out, its body is at 500 attack, if I'm not mistaken, because I believe Conquistador is the weaker of the trap cards that are played in Golden Boys. Well, Eldlich. Yeah, 500 attack, 1800 defense. So now we're just gonna concede. Oh, okay. I guess that's a concession. All right, guys. So that means Devon is your Cough Cup 8 champion, guys. Congratulations, Devon, on your winning your box, your mat, etc., etc. Guys, it's been Ram Team Arsenal signing out. Peace. Have a great day. See you next time.